Alright, you guys, man, we're back to react, as you've seen in the title, Rage Against the Machine. We're going to be reacting to their self-titled album called Rage Against the Machine. We already pulled it up. So they were formed in 1991 in Cali, Los Angeles. Let me see. It says their top two albums were their first two albums. I don't know how true that is, but the first album is widely regarded as their best, which is what we're listening to, Rage Against the Machine. It's 10 tracks, 52 minutes. Yeah, man, we just going to go ahead and get into it. Before we do get it started, please smack the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, let me know what you guys think of Rage Against the Machine. Link to, well, no, it won't be no link. I don't know. We just going to go ahead and get it started before I say something else goofy. Alright, here we go. The first track is called Bomb Track. Here we go. Alright, man. We're back. I'm finna type in and find the lyrics real quick so that I can. There's one part I want to talk about, but I hate stopping in the middle of the song, so I figure I'll just wait till it was over. But I can't remember word for word what he said. Bomb track. It doesn't matter. It does matter, but okay. So yeah, this is the only part I want to say. He said, "F manifest destiny. Landlords and power whores, on my people they took turns." Those three lines that caught my ear, had me thinking about it for the whole song. Cause if anybody knows what manifest destiny is, then they get what he's saying. And then landlords and power whores, like, you know, people who are like fiending for power, took turns on his people, like condemning people. That line had me bent the majority of the song. I just wanted to talk about that one part really. But in terms of like the music, like I said, I don't know the technical jargon for this stuff, but the guitar, the drums, all of it was nice. It was all going crazy. The next track is called Killing in the Name. We're just gonna go ahead and get into that one. Here we go. I'm telling y'all, man, these albums be having some next level meanings to them, man. At least these songs, I should say. I'm not gonna say because it's only the second song of that album. But first off the bat, the way the guitar thing shifted at the beginning, it was, cause see, it started off playing it, then it went soft for a second, then like I call it the beat drop, but that's not. I know that's not what it's really called. But then it dropped again. That was cold, bro. That already had me like into the song. Then he started talking about I don't even need the lyrics. He was talking about like basically like, you know, police officers killing people, like, and then burn crosses is in like the KKK. Like I said, man, he talked this album. I wonder if this is another one of those concept albums you guys were telling me about. But yeah, man, they talking about some deep stuff. He said, yeah, like he said, I think the words exactly were like some of those that where some are the same ones that burn crosses. Then he said something about you justified by wearing a badge because you're white. I'm like, man, bro, you going crazy. Yeah, man, that song it caught me off guard in a good way. Especially like I said, because I was already into it based off of just listening to it. But then once I started hearing what he was talking about, I'm like, wow. The next one is called Take the Power Back. We're just going to go ahead and get into that. Alright, so I went on ahead and pulled the lyrics back up for this song. Because there's a lot I wanted to talk about. He was talking a lot more in this song too. Here we go. So-called facts are fraud. They want us pledging allegiance, bow down to their God, lost the culture lost. But that's not even a part that I wanted to talk about. He said, see right through the red, white, and blue describes with the lecture. I puncture the structure lies installed in our minds and attempting to hold us back. Man, that's true, bro. A lot of the stuff that they, and I can tell you this because I didn't graduate from high school too long ago. A lot of that stuff is all circumstantial, and like he said in the lyrics too, one-sided stories. You only hear the one side. You do only get told one side of every story in history class. You don't get told. History class, what other class? Well, math, you can't really do anything about that. But yeah, like history is really it, cause yeah. But there are always two sides to, especially history. You know, any story, and that really caught me. And then it's one more part where he says something about a teacher. Here we go. The teacher stands in front of the class, but the lesson plan he can't recall. The student's eyes don't perceive the lies bouncing off every effing wall. His composure is well kept. I guess he fears playing the fool. The complacent student sit and listen to some of that BS that he learned in school. That right there, man, is so true. And even not even just in high school, but now that I'm in like college and stuff, some of the stuff they be talking about, man, it's like ridiculous. And I mean, I don't want to say nothing and, you know, get embarrassed, but you know, and the crazy thing about it is, like, it kind of does get stuck in your head because, you know, you're forced to study this stuff. And even if you necessarily don't believe it or don't want to believe it, it's kind of like mashed upon you until you do. So, yeah, those were the two parts of that song I really want to talk about. That song was another one that was talking about some more deep stuff. We're on the fourth song now. It's called Settle for Nothing. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Here we go. Hey, man, he said, I got a 9, a set, and a sign. When he said that, I knew what the song was about. And if y'all didn't, he talking about somebody who banging. Yeah, man, and then he was like, he caught between culture and something else. But yeah, it's basically another song written about like somebody who, you know, ain't got nothing to lose, so they in the game. Like he said, I got my 9, my set, and my sign. Like, hey, that's how it is for some people out here. Either way it goes, we're going to go ahead and get into the next song. It's called Bullet in the Head. Here we go. Alright, man, at first I was confused as to what that song was about, and I still kind of am. But I mean, I guess when he said they say jump, you say how high, I kind of figured it's like, you know, Simon says, you know, you do what somebody tells you to do, kind of like you stick to the book, you only stick to the book. That's really all I got from that song. So let me know if there's more to it that I am forgetting or some stuff that I missed. That's really what I got, you know, like basically like people follow the leader, basically the government, the leader. Yeah, next song is called Know Your Enemy. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Here we go. Alright, man, so coldest parts of that song to me was he said like, what did he say? The land of the free. Whoever told you that is your enemy. Kind of tells you what he's talking about, going back to the other song where he's talking about teachers and stuff, and then he said it even at the end of the song. Yes, I know my enemy. They're the teachers. Some. Yeah, man. So that's basically, I'm getting the sense of this album, and not just necessarily teachers, but people in general. I guess he's saying the majority of America, I guess, tries to. Well, not he there because it's a band, but they're trying to, say that the majority of people want you to conform to the rules and not be yourself and not be different. And yeah, that's the problem with that. We're going to go ahead and go to the next one. It's called Wake Up. It is the... Oh, snap. It's the 7th song on the album. So we got Wake Up, Fistful of Steel, Township Rebellion, and Freedom. Here we go. This song is kind of, I already understand where he's coming from with this one. What am I trying to say? Okay, wait, yeah. So, Wake Up, it's called Wake Up, kind of saying wake up and see what's really in front of you. Like if you're not, like not people say they're woke, saying you got to be woke to what's happening around you. In terms of everything, in terms of, yeah, that's really all I got. We're going to go to the next one. It is called Fistful of Steel. Here we go. My favorite line was at the beginning, man, when he said, silence is something about silence makes me sick because it's violent. Because, I mean, it is. Like if you keep all your feelings about a topic bottled up, you can get so mad and stuff that, yeah, you go crazy. We go on to the next song. It's called, Township Rebellion. Here we go with Township Rebellion. Alright, man. Once again, another thing this song talked about, the key lyric for me was like, pray on them, shackle their minds, something bent on a cross. And what it made me think of, not because we've been talking about the whole album, is like, history class again. And I think the guy's name was Zach Brown. I should Google it. It's not that important, but I think his name was Zach Brown, the raid of Harper's Ferry. He said that he talked to God, and God told him to raid Harper's Ferry and kill all of those people. That's kind of what that reminded me of, like kind of like what he's been saying the whole album. People who do crazy things in the name of religion. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and get to the last song. I think it is. Yep, the last track is called Freedom. Here we go. So I like the part the most where you said like something about diamonds and they beat spades with a pair of clubs, because you get it, like they beat you with some, like with their clubs. Yeah, man, that's the part that I thought the most of. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and add tracks I liked real quick. I already got most of them, but I didn't do it for like the last 5. Alright, now you guys can see the songs I decided to add. Yeah, man, it was a pretty good album. It was different from anything we had reacted to so far, and I mean that in a good way. Like I said, the thing with a lot of these albums, talking about some real stuff, this album did not disappoint in the same way. yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to the album. If you did, please smack that like button and hit that subscribe button. Also, let me know what you guys thought. What you guys think of the album. Is this one of you guys' favorite albums from Rage Against the Machine? Other than that, man, let me know some other stuff you guys think we should react to. Until next time, man, it's been your boy Squints.